I am Vinnie Tortorich. Folks, your good intentions have been stolen, but don't worry. I'm here to help you get them back. You may be soft and succulent at the beginning of this process, but hang in there. Before long, you will be lean and mean, guaranteed. By the way, it's Monday, and the beautiful Miss Anna Vocino's in here. Anna Vocino, yeah.
Hello.
You know, Anna, I don't know why, but that's kind of, I've been on the road, been traveling. Yes. I've been by car.
That's right.
Yeah, so that's road music right there.
Yeah.
That's what
you got some good. You got some good road music in because you had a long drive each way.
Yeah, I drove. It's exactly 1,015 miles to my brother's house, and of course, to return is exactly 1,015 miles to get back. And it's funny, when I was home for a funeral, and I must have heard this 1,000 times, like 5 times. How far is it? 1,000 miles. What do you break that up in 2 days? No, I do it straight through. Straight through. Whatever happened, I guess people don't. When you get out on the road, well, you got an electric car, so you got to stop every 15 minutes and wait 3 hours.
I don't drive my electric car outside of town.
But let's say you were taking a road trip.
I did take a road trip. When I called you, I was driving back from Sonoma.
Yeah, but that's not. How far is that?
It's supposed to be 5 hours and 47 minutes, but it usually winds up being 7 hours because of the traffic.
Okay, so that's significant. That's what, 500 miles?
No, I think it's 350 miles. I'm telling you, the traffic.
Yeah, the traffic gets you.
And the last hour, you're on a mountain pass, so it takes time.
Yeah, and the other thing, how much coffee do you drink? Believe it or not a lot. I would drink a lot more
coffee the whole time.
Yeah, you're stopping and peeing every 5 minutes, and with my prostate, I'm stopping and peeing anyway.
And with my prostate,
at any rate,
Vinnie Downer.
Yeah. Okay. At any rate, I was on the road, and it's funny. People go, "What do you eat? What do you eat? You're on the road," because it takes about 15 hours, end to end.
That's a long day of driving.
Yeah, I don't mind. I don't try to rush it.
I didn't want to do more.
And look, we're going to be talking about sugar today. We're going to get into sugar at some point, and explain what sugar does in the body. So hang in there. But one of the things I've learned is when I'm driving, I don't eat a lot. I have a good breakfast. Before I left, I had a really good breakfast. I had 3 eggs and, or was it 4? 3 or 4 eggs and a big cup of kefir. And of course, my coffee with heavy cream. That's enough calories to handle me for a long time. I took a big cup of iced coffee with me, like the thing all the women carry now, but the Stanley.
This thing, a wallow.
No, not like that. Mine has a handle on it, and it's the Stanley one. And you could put a straw in it, but I don't put the straw. I don't like straws.
This one is a straw. I'm doing an ad for a wallow. This is my favoriteest water bottle I've ever had.
Really?
I love this thing.
Women, Serena does that. This is my favorite thing ever. And until 5 minutes later.
I've been drinking on this every day since Christmas. I received it on Christmas. Today is August 14th.
Wow.
Every day.
All right. So that's one hell of an endorsement.
It is.
So I've been using this big orange thing that I gave to Serena, but she doesn't use it. So I just filled it up with iced coffee. And
you bought that for yourself?
No, I didn't want one of those. I thought she would think that was cool.
I'm saying
because women were women. It was kind of like a women's thing. They were all with the different colors and everything, and I got it for her. And she doesn't use it, so I'm using it. So I had that. I also had your cheddar cheese.
Oh,
balls. What do you call them? Yeah,
cheese bites. Yeah,
I had those. The toughest part about those is I brought 4 of them, 2 for the way there, 2 for the way home.
Got to dole them out.
That's the thing.
Got to be on the dole.
Because the next day you're looking at the other 2 when I'm at Mark's house, and I'm like,
do it.
I wonder if I should have one of these bad boys. And I'm going, I need it for the trip home.
Yeah.
I had to put them out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
Because I would have hammered them. But pretty much all I had all day was the cheese balls and a few almonds.
Yeah.
Raw almonds, and that was it.
I packed a cooler of snacks, but then again, I also knew that the hotel I was going to, because I've stayed there 4 times, has a little mini fridge. So if I didn't finish my snacks, I left over beef patty with cheese on it.
Yeah.
Some almonds. I had fresh cheese as well as the cheese bites. A full fat yogurt, and I just packed little spoons and napkins. And I said to Lauren, we are not stopping.
Right.
For fast food.
Good. And did you stop?
Nope.
Good. And look, Anna, I'm going to be honest with you. I have my little Playmate ice chest. Mm-hmm. The only thing I had in it was more concentrated iced coffee from purevitaminclub.com.
Of course.
That's all.
Purecoffeeclub.com.
What did I say?
Purevitaminclub.com.
No, purecoffeeclub.com. I had the house, and I had it in there, and and I ended up using it on the way home because it was the concentrate where you add water to it, and I do it like that. And usually I would have cheese in there and everything else, but I didn't need the cheese because I had your cheese, which is real cheese,
right?
And very filling. And people go, "That's all you ate all day?" Yes, that's all because you're driving.
Yeah,
it's not like I'm wasting a ton of energy. I'm not exercising. I'm not moving. I'm just sitting, holding on to a steering wheel. Right? It's not a big deal. So that was it. The first night I was there, Mark showed up. I got there at about 5 o'clock. Mark showed up. His wife showed up after work. And they said, hey, let's go grab a bite to eat. So we go to this place, and there was some chicken dish or something I could get. Something that wasn't all seed oiled up and fried or whatever. I just wanted to keep it pretty clean. And on the way out, Mark sees a friend, and he goes over. The guy calls him over, and he goes, hey, I need to buy some Mounjaro off of you. You got some extra? And Mark goes, yeah, I got, what do you need? He goes,
what?
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hold on. I mean, whatever. Everyone makes their personal choices, but is he dealing?
No, he's not dealing. See, I'm just listening at this point. I got the information later.
Well, obviously he is dealing because he said, yeah.
He goes, yeah, I can front you 2 of them. Now, I learned a lot later. I'm going to tell you what I learned later.
Okay.
And the guy goes, I'll give you 200 cash for each of them. I'm like, what? What?
What?
Now,
can I have that?
So I said to the guy, I said, why can't you get your own prescription? He goes, oh, I have one. I said, well, why are you buying it from my brother? And he goes, because I need extra. And of course, my question is why?
I have a lot of questions.
Oh, me too. Turns out my brother just told him that, and he goes, I'm not selling him anything. He'll find it somewhere else. So
he's just jonesing?
No.
This guy?
He's got an event coming up, but instead of eating right, he's going to go off label and take double. And by the way, I learned a lot. When they start you on Mounjaro, they start you at people are going to tell me I'm wrong, but like 2.5 or whatever.
You're supposed to double it.
My brother is on 15. And by the way, not losing weight. Just to let you guys know, my brother takes the 15 milligram, not losing weight.
Wow. Because
as I've always said, you can eat through these drugs. People are eating through these drugs. This guy's got an event coming up. He wants to double down on 15 milligrams per week. You think any of this is healthy for any of these people? I said, Mark, are you going to sell it to him? He goes, hell no. He goes, I was just talking. I said, but $200? He goes, yeah, but the shots are like $300-400 a piece. That's what they cost. Yeah, it's like, look it up, Anna. It's like $1,200 or $1,500 a month. You take one shot a week.
Well, then why is he spending that money if he's eating his way through it?
He goes, that guy was drunk. He
was drunk. Okay.
Yeah, they're all eating their way through the drugs now.
But hold on.
If anyone thought this was a good idea, this is where we are.
But here's my question.
Go on.
Mark has been on this podcast. He admits he loves his food.
Oh, yeah.
He loves it. He loves his carbs, his sugars, his grains, the whole thing.
He's a great guy. I love the guy to death.
Of course. That goes without saying. I'm not trying to, but I'm wondering, he's tried NSNG, has he not?
Yeah. And whenever he's done it, he's succeeded wildly.
But he doesn't stick with it.
No, he'll get down like, okay, let me get, because even Don Coddington says, why are you
going somewhere with this, by the way. So go off on your tangent.
Let me do a little tangent. All right. So he'll be at 330, 335. That's Mark's breaking point. And he'll go, enough is enough. I need to lose some weight. And he will go balls deep NSNG. He eats better NSNG than I eat. And I invented it. And he'll get down to 295. And then
pretty good.
Yeah. In no time. And then go right back up. He'll go, I got this under control. I'm in the tubes.
So what that tells me is that he's got deeper issues than NSNG or medicine.
Yes.
And by the way, a lot of people do. Somehow, and we talked about this with him on the air, somehow those carbs make him feel better than anything else that he could do. You know what I mean? Emotionally, he needs those carbs. He's not ready to face the fact that he's eating his way through things.
Right.
So if it's so strong that even a medicine and well, he's not, it sounds like he's not even doing NSNG if he's doing, or is he? Because I know there's a lot of people listening to this podcast who are doing NSNG and doing Mounjaro and they like it.
Okay.
Some people said that they don't. So I don't know.
All right. So you know how when I'm home, I'll let myself go off one time.
Yeah.
They were having waffles on Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Or so, well, it was Sunday morning. I didn't have stuffed artichokes. I didn't have anything. I had the waffles. That's what I did. That was my thing. Right. I ate the waffles. My sister-in-law, Christy, made them fresh. I put real maple syrup on there. I put some butter. I just had one. And I had a waffle. First time I had a waffle in 1,000 years. It was delicious. I was hungry about an hour later, and I went, fuck it, Vin. You just got to deal with this hunger. Go drink some water. You know, you eat those kind of carbs, and then 5 minutes later, you're jonesing for more food.
Yep.
And I just went, let me just go get a gallon of water. Let me just start doing something and drink some more coffee. I had to fight through it.
Coffee's a good trick.
To the point where I didn't have, as a matter of fact, we didn't have fried fish or anything. We boiled crabs instead. Right? I had boiled crab. They were also delicious. That's so my screw up meal, anyone who's wondering, oh, how often is Vinnie screw? Whenever I go to Louisiana, I have one screw up meal. And I go there about once, twice a year. So that's what I did. It was a waffle. I couldn't, if you said, when was the last time you had a waffle before this? We would have to maybe date back to New Orleans.
Wow. We're
talking, that's an exaggeration. I'm sure I've had one like on a ski slope somewhere along the way, you know, in the 90s or something. I don't know. I
have unpopular opinion.
Okay.
I don't like pancakes and waffles.
What the hell's wrong? They're delicious. They're delectable.
You know what? Here's the thing.
Go on.
I like something fried in butter.
Mm-hmm.
I just like savory things better. I don't like sweet things that much.
Right.
And so for me, when you put maple syrup, it's too sweet and too cloying for me. And I've always been like that even before NSNG. Like, it was just too sweet for me. See, I know I'm in the minority. People
the key is to not put a lot. You just put a little maple syrup. Well, you put mostly butter. That's the way I do it.
Also, too, you remember in the 90s when Renee Zellweger gained all that weight to be Bridget Jones, and by the way, she gained like 25 pounds or something.
Yeah, and that was considered like,
but it was like newsworthy.
Yeah.
I remember I saw an interview with her, and she said that she ate pancakes to do it. And that's what always kind of stuck with me, because that's when I first discovered Atkins. So I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. She added in the carbs.
Yeah.
And so I've always kind of like, I don't like them enough to have those carbs.
Right.
Because I always say, like, pick your battles. And obviously this was something that you chose that you liked, which is great.
Well, yeah, you can look.
Put life into living over something you like.
I'm human. I'm in the kitchen. I'm getting ready to fry eggs, and I'm smelling the waffles coming off the thing, the waffle line. Oh my God! And I'm like sitting there going, "Okay, this is my thing. This is what I'm going to do right here." And they were great.
And I get it. But Lauren always says, "What a weirdo am I?" Because he'll make pancakes, and he makes himself the gluten-free pancakes. He's like, "Do you want some?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Really? What's wrong with you?" I was like,
"Yeah." Well, there is something wrong with it.
Tempted by other stuff, not that.
That's amazing, Anna. You know. So all right. So yeah, people are, and I said to Mark, I said, "How common is this buying and selling?" He goes, "Oh, people are doing it all the time. They're selling their GLP-1s to other people." And of course,
isn't that illegal?
And when I heard $200, I'm like, $200. And he goes, "Yeah, but I'm not selling it." He was drunk. I was just glad handing because he goes, "I think they cost at least $300. Can you look up what it costs, Anna? What is 1 month supply? It's once a week. A 1 month supply of
Mounjaro,
like Mounjar or something like.
Without insurance. Oh, Eli Lilly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're not going to tell you the price here. Oh,
they got to. I mean, AI. I got. All right, I'm going to look it up. How much is?
Oh, Mounjaro typically ranges from approximately 1,000 to 1,200 a month.
Milligrams Mounjaro.
Wow. What does it cost them to make? 5 cents.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
We're in the wrong business, Vinnie.
$1,200. Yeah. So that's $300 a shot, right? So he goes, "Yeah, I was just telling that guy I would do it," because he goes, "I'm not giving he's not giving or selling anyone's drugs." So I'm sitting there going, "Is this what's going on? It's not working anymore." So people are like doubling down. And my understanding is when you're taking that high dose of a GLP-1, you feel like you're seasick all the time. I'm just telling you what people tell me.
Really?
On the phone calls. Yeah, folks, if you want to sign up for a phone call and get off of those drugs, go to VinnieTortorich.com and book a consult today. But that's what I'm hearing all the time. It's like, yeah, I had to go off the GLP-1s. And I would say, why? And it's like, I got tired of feeling sick all the time.
Yeah.
Right? So, yeah, I was shocked to hear that. I was floored. We're going to get into sugar because I was having a conversation with someone, and I'll tell you the whole story about sugar and the conversation. But first, I need to tell you guys, purevitaminclub.com. That's right. I was just calling my coffee purevitaminclub.com because coffee is also a vitamin. Purevitaminclub.com is the purest vitamins on the planet. And we're shipping all the time.
Good.
Everything is always in stock.
You just reminded me, I ran out of ultra salt.
Yeah, you got to get your ultra salt. Don't miss out on your ultra salt. Have it even in the winter. Winter's coming up.
I thought I had 2 things of it, but I had 2 things of vitamin C. So I'm actually
you got to get your ultra salt. I take it all day, every day.
It's
I live on the stuff. But the thing behind purevitaminclub.com, it's called a club because by being in the club, I can sell this stuff to you. It's kind of like a co-op. I can sell it to you for a lot cheaper if you're in the club, and we're doing it that way. But you can buy stuff one-off also. We sell it to you any way you want to. We made the purest vitamins on the planet. That's no kidding. I did this after I had cancer, and I was looking at everything that went into my body, and I started seeing things like magnesium stearate, which blocks the absorption of nutrients in your body, including the vitamins you just took. I would see things like titanium dioxide. Turns out that causes cancer, colon cancer, even in nanoparticles.
That's so gross.
I could go on and on and on. Everyone else has this crap in their vitamins. PureVitaminClub.com is the purest, cleanest vitamins on the planet. Go there right now. Check it out.
Well, in the time that it took you to do that ad, I bought 2 bottles of ultra salt.
Boom. Yeah. Keep it coming in.
I'm taking it to France.
Everyone takes their ultra salt to France.
Yeah.
Some people take it out for a walk.
That I'm going on I'm going on a trip with 2 winemakers and a sommelier. So I'm going to need my ultra salts.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Whew. I don't think I can keep up with that one.
Speaking of sugar.
I'm more worried about the alcohol than the sugar.
Here, someone was asking me, it's like, why is sugar so bad? Isn't it pretty inert? It's a quick burning energy. It goes in your body and it just burns up and your body uses it as energy and it goes out. It's like, no, I wish it worked that way.
That sounds like someone who's really trying to justify eating some sugar. No, that's what I hear. I hear.
It's someone who was trying to learn about the whole thing. Right. Is what it comes down to. And I said, okay, here's how it works. There are 3 macronutrients. We only need 2 of them. There's protein, and it's easy to know what protein does. Protein is the building block for every cell in your body, not just your muscles, but every cell in your body uses the amino acids found in protein to function properly. That's one thing. Fat is the other macronutrient we need because fat is an energy source in our bodies. And, it's used for other things. I'm not going to get into it, but mostly an energy source.
Hormones.
Oh, fat protects everything. And when it comes to carbohydrates, which is known as the 3rd macronutrient that you need to eat, it's sugar. And they'll say, well, sugar is for energy. Your blood sugar, you need sugar in your blood. And that's the truth behind that. So, Vinnie, where's that sugar supposed to come from? Even if you eat 0 sugar every day, your body will take some of the protein through a process called gluconeogenesis and turn the protein into sugar. Now, Anna, I'm about 6 feet tall. I weigh about 175, 180 pounds.
Okay.
How much sugar do you think a guy my size needs in his body coursing through his veins every day?
Well, I think I already know the answer to this because I've done this podcast with you for years. But it should be no more than a teaspoon running through your veins at any time.
It's a couple of teaspoons. If you add up what you need stored in your muscles, in your bloodstream, and also in your liver, if you had a couple of teaspoons of granulated sugar, that's the amount of sugar to maintain homeostasis at any point, right?
Okay.
Now, if you're operating at a normal level, meaning your basal metabolic rate, you're just moving around in zone 1, we have 4 aerobic zones, you're not going to burn through that sugar. You could go work out at the gym with weights. You're not going to burn through that sugar because when you're operating at a lower level, your body can use fat as energy all day long and burn that. Okay. It burns the fat that you took in with food, and it also burns the subcutaneous fat that we have. That's why our bodies accumulate fat so that we can use it during times of famine. As humans, there have been times when we've gone through famine. Not any time recently, but there have been times.
Definitely not.
So that's why we can hang on to fat. We've come up that way, as they would say. So why take in sugar at all? Well, coaches would tell you you need sugar for energy, right? And in some cases, they would be right. You're a boxer and you're in the ring and your heart rate is at, almost 100% of your aerobic capacity for 3 minutes at a time. You're going to run through your sugar. So if you're operating at that level, for God's sake, take in some extra sugar. You want to maintain that homeostasis. It's not going to happen through gluconeogenesis. If you're a football player sprinting, right, and you're running through blood sugar, that's another situation where you might need a little extra sugar as you go along. I've talked about this on the show. People running marathons and half marathons and 5K. Well, 5K, you could do that with the sugar in your body, but anything longer than 45 minutes, you might notice that if you're operating above zone 2 into zone 3 and zone 4, you might start to feel a bonk. And if you took in a little sugar, I call it the sugar trickle. You don't need as much as they tell you you need, then you can keep going. Anything above and beyond that is going to get stored as a long-chain triglyceride.
What's that, Vinny?
A long-chain triglyceride is a fat. It's a long-chain fat. We have short-chain, medium-chain, and long-chain triglycerides. Triglyceride is a fancy word for fat. Just think of it that way.
So when they're testing our triglycerides along with our cholesterol, they're checking our fats in our bloodstream.
Okay, so I've had people, Anna, that have called me and said, I just had my blood work done. My triglycerides were 600.
What?
600. And I'll go, okay, we're going to put you low carb. We're going to get you to go NSNG for a couple of weeks, and we're going to get you to go in and check again. 600 becomes 200, or even below that. A couple of more weeks, they're down below 150, maybe even 100. And if they keep eating low carb, if they keep eating NSNG, they'll be below 100 consistently. Whenever mine is tested, I'm always between 40, 60, something like that, triglycerides. And that's also in relationship to your A1Cs. People say, oh, my A1Cs, that's what they use to determine if you have type 2 diabetes. Now, the old number used to be anything at 5.6 or above A1C, you were now diabetic. Now they'll say 7. They make up numbers now because all the crap, the Ozempic and everything they have you taking, all these semaglutides to lower it artificially, can't even get you below 5.6. It just can't. It doesn't work that way. But I can get you there without drugs, right? Sean Baker can get you there without drugs, right? Anyone who's telling you to cut sugar out, and when I say sugar, I also mean grains. And I'm going to get into that in a second. We could get your A1Cs. Some people are at 11 or 12 or 13 A1C. Within a few months, we could get you back into a normal level, and doctors will tell you it's not possible. My brother Mark will tell you it's not possible. You don't understand, I have type 2 diabetes. No, I understand perfectly well. You don't understand that you can change that, and only you can change that. And it's not going to happen with your Ozempic. It's not going to happen with your Mounjaro. It's not going to happen with any of your GLP-1s or your semaglutides or any of the other glutides they're coming up with. And God only knows they're coming up with more. They are. There's Zermetatide. There's all kinds of tides. I'm not making that up.
I don't know all the tides.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of tides. And they're coming up with more and more because they know they can keep selling people. Anna, I had Trochalazian on the show. Remember back when I did the Donaldsonville episode on this show about 10, 12 years ago at the beginning?
Blue ass.
About blue ass. Those people were telling me.
We talked about poaching.
Yeah. Those people were telling me they were on 5 and 6 drugs a day. Mm-hmm. And then it wasn't long ago when people were telling us they were on 10, 11, and 12 drugs a day. Tro was telling me, a medical doctor was telling me on this show a couple of weeks ago, we now have people on 19 and 20 drugs a day. Can you imagine? A day.
Different prescriptions.
Different prescriptions. Can you imagine?
How do you even take that? How can you take that many drugs?
I don't know.
And do you remember with that episode, because I'm 10 years younger than you, the level of incredulity that I had when you said about 5 or 6 drugs?
Yeah.
And then now I'm 52 and all these people are on 5 and 6 drugs and we're on none of the drugs. And it's now people are like, oh, you're not on anything? We're weird.
I'm looking this up. Hang on. Older adults generally take more medications than younger individuals, with an average number of daily medications for those 65 and older around 4. Okay, that's an average across the whole country. 4. Can you imagine over 300 million people?
We must skew that average.
However, many take significantly more, with over 15% taking 8 or more daily medications, according to a study from the John A. Hartford Foundation. This can lead to polypharmacy, whatever that is. I don't even know what it is. Use multiple Eight. I mean, look, they're saying a national average is at 8.
I mean,
8. So you take Anna, you throw in you and me who take 0 drugs.
Right.
Okay, we bring that number
Lauren,
down.
who takes 0 drugs.
Okay, we bring the number down. So if the average is at 8, I can see where some people could be at 20, because 8 is in between 0 and 20, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So there you have it. So look, why would a doctor lie? I mean, think about that. That's a crazy amount of drugs.
That sounds like the name of a children's book. Why would a doctor lie?
Why would a doctor lie? Yeah. So that's what sugar does, folks. Now, you'll go, what about those heart healthy grains? What about, the what do they call that? The complex carbohydrates like bread and what is it?
No, they say
quinoa.
something. They call it something, Vinny. What is it that they say?
Complex. They use the word complex. Complex carbs.
The starchy, and I always got confused. I was like, wait, what?
So let me tell you. All right. So just to give you a cartoon version of how that works. So we've already explained how sugar reacts in your body. But if you talk to a dietitian, a registered dietitian, they'll tell you that bread and pasta and oatmeal and that waffle I had, how that's different.
Right.
And the way it's different is it's a complex carb. Your body releases it slowly, right? So what happens is if you have sugar, your body will spike. It's called a glucose spike.
Okay.
Right? The glucose goes up really fast. Your body releases insulin to push it back down. Remember, the more insulin you become insulin resistant, if you keep spiking that sugar and your insulin has to keep coming out, you become resistant to the insulin. The example I like to give, the one people can understand, if you never drink alcohol and then you have 1 glass of wine, you'll feel tipsy.
Right.
But if you drink 2 glasses of wine daily, you would have to drink 4 glasses to get the same tipsy that someone who never drinks get from 1.
Yeah.
Right? Because you've become immune to that amount of wine. You understand? Your body becomes immune to the amount of insulin, so your body has to keep dropping insulin on that sugar. So, Vinny, what does this have to do with oatmeal? What does it have to do with pasta? Well, those are not glucose spikes. Those are what they call glycogen loads. So just like the glucose spike, your sugar goes way up, but since there's so much of it and it just keeps releasing onto your liver, you have a load that your insulin has to keep going and trying to bury over and over and over again. So if you think eating a simple sugar is bad, eating any kind of good carb, as they would call it, is even worse.
Right.
It's 10 times as bad.
It's so funny because you try to explain this to people, or at least I have, and it's a tough sell. They do not want to believe you.
It's a ridiculous.
And here's why. Here's why. When you taste something like quinoa or brown rice, you think this tastes like soggy cardboard, disgusting. Like it only tastes like a flavor if you put a flavor on it, right?
Right. You have to flavor it.
You have to flavor it, which is by the way most things. But it only tastes like, and so you feed. It must be virtuous to eat it because it doesn't taste good.
Right.
So then you come along and say, actually, the thing that tastes good is the butter and the meat and the thing they're good for you.
Right.
And the thing that feels virtuous to eat because it tastes like shit is actually bad for you. And it's like, no, you don't understand. I just did this sales job for 20 years on myself and I'm finally eating the brown rice. And you're saying that it's actually worse for me.
Go away from the brown rice. Listen,
right?
you know the most you're a cook. What's the number one most palatable thing to the human? Fat.
Yeah.
Fat. So
we all want to eat it.
I mean, that's baked into our DNA.
Yeah.
That the most palatable thing is fat because we're supposed to be getting a lot of it.
Right.
right? We had to convince ourselves to like everything else. Now,
right.
With all of that being said, now I'm talking to the converted, the people who the NSNGers, the low carbers, the ones that pay attention, the ones that lose 150, 200 pounds, 75 pounds, what have you. Don't become carb-phobic. And you go, Jesus Christ, Vinnie, now you're talking out both ends of your ass. What are you doing? Here's the thing. I see it a lot with the carnivores, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you broke your leg? Just eat some meat, man. Meat heals, right? I get it. You want to start, it's almost like veganism. You want to start proselytizing.
Right.
As you know, whenever I'm in Europe, I drink wine because I'm hardly ever in Europe, right? We call it the Kristen Scott Thomas rule. If I'm in Europe and I'm looking at my sister-in-law drink wine, I see her like once a year, right? I was in Louisiana. I had a waffle. I could be somewhere in Italy and they got gelato. I'll have the gelato. It does, when you're somewhere and there's don't make it well, I just had sugar. Now I'm off and running again.
Right.
Enjoy. And by the way, don't even feel guilty. I dare you to feel guilty. When you're enjoying the gelato in Rome or wine with my sister-in-law or waffle with my brother, enjoy it.
Right.
Enjoy it. Eat it with a good heart. I'm telling you. And then just go back to what you were doing before.
Right.
Don't let it turn into, well, I was watching football and I had 3 beers and I've had some wings with the go right back. By the way, football season's coming up. Anna, we're going to need some wing ideas from you. Healthy
I got
wings.
so many wing ideas.
Anna, we need a whole episode from you on what to do.
Wings.
Because look, I was watching a little preseason last week.
Oh,
and I gotta tell you,
I know. I was too, and I was getting ready in my brain for some football recipes.
I got a little chopped up. I'm going to be honest with you.
You're ready.
And then I saw some Hard Knocks the other night.
Yeah.
Liv Schreiber with the Hard Knocks, with that voice, that golden voice.
Oh, his voice is so good.
Oh my God. I would marry him. And I'm not even gay. And I don't think he's gay.
No. So I think it would be hard to get you guys together.
Yeah, it would be a rough marriage. I think we would have fun together. He seems like a cool guy. Right? Yeah. We would hang out.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? If me and Liv Schreiber were gay, not gay, but let's say we were married. We're not gay, but we're married.
You're just 2 straight guys, just 2 bros.
Yeah, just 2 broskies. So
okay.
We can have an open marriage. It's like, hey, Liv, you could go out and date all the women you want, and I'll date all the women I want.
Okay.
But when it's time to watch, football or whatever, we hang out, right? We want to go.
That's just friends, is what you're saying.
We want to go fishing, skiing, what have you. We'll do that, and then we can just date. We can date other women. Be the best marriage ever.
It's just a friendship, but
is that what they call that?
Yeah, that's what they call that. You should try getting a friend.
I got one.
It's the billionaire Don Cunnington's Friday 5 o'clock.
Wait, you want me to tell you what he's doing right now, Don Coddington?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this, and then as soon as I finish telling you this, we're going right into a Villa Capelli ad.
Okay.
So after we got back from, doing Mount Whitney, he was home for a week, and then he went to Chamonix to hang out with his daughter.
He's so rich.
He was in Chamonix for like 9 days with his daughter, hiking around over there. And then he came back. And the other day he was talking to me, and I thought, people, you bullshit. Every time I open my mouth, I'm bullshitting. And he goes, oh man, I miss Chamonix. I got to go back. And I was like, yeah, you should go back. Yeah, go back to Chamonix. So when I was driving back home the other day, he's like, I hear him shuffling around, and he's got me on speakerphone. I go, what are you doing? He goes, I'm packing. It's like, why? Because I'm going back to Chamonix.
I'm going back to Chamonix.
Yeah, I'm going to Chamonix. What's wrong with you? I'm like sitting there going, you SOB. Like if it was me and Liv.
And how many times have you been to Chamonix this summer?
0.
0 times.
I haven't been to Chamonix in like 5 years.
I have never been to Chamonix.
Oh, you need to go. Maybe Don will take you.
Apparently.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to France for 2 weeks in September. I'll be celebrating your birthday in France.
Yeah. Where are you going to be?
Bon anniversaire.
Yeah.
Huh?
Where are you going?
This is the trip with the winemakers. So I'm going to.
Oh, so you're going to be in wine country.
Paris, Champagne, Reims, and Beaune, all over Burgundy, all over Avignon, Châteauneuf-du-Pape, the whole thing for 2 weeks.
Anna, you've been to Paris before, right?
Yeah, several times.
Yeah, Paris is great.
It's great.
You know what else is great? Italy.
Villa Capelli.
And you know what else is in Italy? Villa Capelli, down in
right.
Puglia. You
That's
get
right.
the Puglia pinch. Mm-hmm. You know who else is from Puglia? The Stallone brothers, Frank and Sly Stallone.
Okay.
Yeah, they're from Puglia. So all great things come from Puglia. Not just olives, but Frankie Stallone, the best of the Stallone brothers. Yeah, love that guy.
You're biased.
I like him. Yeah.
Would you marry him?
Nah, maybe. Yeah.
Brother husbands.
Yeah, brother husbands. Hey, Frank, what are we doing tonight? We're going to hit a few chicks, me and you. Come on, let's go out. Yeah. You can't say that anymore, right?
Just like a couple of good husbands going out and hitting on chicks.
Yeah, what are you guys doing? Oh, we're married. Oh, really? What's that like? We're just going out tonight. Yeah, he likes shooting guns. He's a skeet shooter. No, actually, he's a trap shooter. So anyway, the Stallones are from there, but Villa Capelli olive oil trees are also there. And you know what comes from Villa Capelli olive oil trees? Olives. And you know what they do with those olives? They crush them. They just beat the crap out of them until they give up their oil. And then once they give up their oil, it's bottled, or in my case, canned, because I get the 3-liter tin.
I do too.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do too. I love that 3-liter tin. And by the way, hold on, I'm going to the site because I want to make sure. Because, we sell them out.
Yeah.
And there are many weeks during the year where they're sold out. Oh, my God.
What? Are they sold out?
The 3-liter tin is sold out. He has the organic 3-liter tin, and he has the 750 milliliter bottle. You guys, go get this stuff.
Yeah.
Go get it. I tell you every week to go get it.
Yeah.
It sells out. It's hard to get. They are a small producer, but they make the best olive oil you have ever had in your life.
We've been selling them out in this country from the beginning, ever since we started mentioning them on this podcast. Villa Capelli, go there right now. I've used the organic several times. It's great.
Yeah.
It's just as good. It's all great.
Y'all.
It's all good. Go check it out. Villa Capelli. Put in promo code Vinnie, VINNIE. You'll save 10%. If you spend more than $125 after the Vinnie discount, you'll also get free shipping. It's weird. I buy thousands of dollars of Villa Capelli from them for my vitamins.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I get the Vinnie discount on that. I don't think I get free shipping.
No, not on that.
No, I buy them to put. Look,
maybe there'd be more to sell on the site if you didn't buy it for your vitamins. I don't know.
I buy like 55-gallon drums of it because we make a lot of vitamin D, and you got to mix it with an oil. Everybody else puts like some cheap seed oil, rapeseed oil, what have you. Not us. We put Villa Capelli. That's how committed I am to Villa Capelli. It's in my vitamin D3 and K over at purevitaminclub.com.
It used to be in my pasta sauce, but then they couldn't send enough.
No, because I was buying it all.
That's right.
Look, I'm that committed to this company. I buy more than anyone else, period.
That's right.
Villa Capelli,
the number one customer.
Yeah. Yeah. If you guys aren't buying it, I will. That's the way it works. Villa Capelli, promo code Vinnie. All right, Anna, what else we got?
That's it.
That's it.
It's just a shorter show, but packed with information.
Yeah. Just
chock-a-block.
I think I'm going to play a little more music on the way out.
I like that. You could do an ad for Eat Happy Kitchen, but I guess you kind of already did.
But you know what, Anna?
The road snacks.
Listen, road snacks is what I call it. I put kind of a rich road thing on it. Road snacks. You know what? I feel bad for Rich Roll because, he's a vegan and he can't eat your cheese pops.
I feel like he would cheat on his veganism if he tried the cheese snacks.
You know what?
Like, I don't know that that's true, but I feel like it could be.
You know what? I'm going to take your cheese puffs. I'm going to put them in a Ziploc bag. I'm going to send them off to Rich. People don't know this. Rich and I are friends. I go, Rich, these are beyond cheese puffs. Give them a shot. Tell me what you think.
That's true. No, we can't. He has to go in with a willing heart. You can't trick him.
So, all right.
You can't play tricks. Do not trick a vegan. You do not want that wrath upon you.
He's a good guy. I'll just call him and ask him if he'll try him.
Great.
Would you go on his show and talk about him? Yeah.
Of course I would.
Boom.
Boom.
Let's do it. Let's get you on.
I have 3 plant-based. Well, all of my spice mixes are plant-based, but 3 of the pasta sauce flavors are plant-based. And so I do sell those there's a lot of vegan and plant-based stores out there.
Yeah.
So I do sell those to those folks.
I
will happily sell the puttanesca to meat eaters and vegans alike. I think the puttanesca could be the thing that unifies this country, if I'm being honest.
Really? It'll bring the
pasta
right
sauce
and
of the
the
year
left
last
together?
year. The right and the left, the vegans and the carnivores.
Wait.
All races, all creeds, all colors, all religions know that the puttanesca is the thing to unite this country.
Did you just say it won awards? It won awards?
Tomatoes.
Anna,
huh?
Did it really win awards last year?
Yeah, it won the pasta sauce. It won the Shelfie Award for the pasta sauce of the year.
The Shelfie?
Sure did. The Shelfie. It is a very, very good sauce. However, it's also a sauce that a lot of Americans don't know the flavor profile. It's a red sauce, but it adds the olive and the caper and the onion. Now, traditionally, it's supposed to have anchovy paste at the bottom. But you know as well as I do, Americans don't love the idea of anchovy.
It drives me nuts.
Oh my God, Vinnie, my friend grew tomatoes in the garden, and then we had the mozzarella, the Villa Capelli, and I brought the anchovies, and we made little caprese anchovy boccherone situations. Oh my God! Anchovies are so good. However, in the puttanesca, we do not put it in there because we know. And also it keeps it plant-based and more people will eat it.
You know my story about anchovies, right? When I was a kid. Okay. We didn't have a pizza place in town. So the only pizza I knew from was, my grandmother. Now, I guess my mom could have made a pizza. So
pizza was too exotic for Donaldsonville in 1969.
We just didn't have a pizza place.
Yeah.
First off, in my world, pizza came in squares because my grandmother made it in a square pan and she would just cut it,
Yep.
And pizza came with anchovy. So each square had to have at least one anchovy on it, if not more.
Yes.
Right? So that's what pizza tastes like to me. It always had anchovies. Sometimes it had anchovies and olives, black olives.
Yum.
So at some point when I was like a teenager, a Pizza Hut opened in town.
Oh boy.
So everybody's like, oh my God, when you're in a small town, Pizza Hut comes in, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, let's go to Pizza Hut. I go to Pizza Hut and we get a pizza. And number one, it didn't taste like anything I'd ever seen. They had oil like on top of it.
Coagulated, like pools of oil.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on. And then the crust was so thin, I'm like, what's that?
I would imagine it would have a too much sauce too, because when Italians make a pizza, they don't overdo it with the sauce.
No, they don't. And then I bit into it. I'm like, so then I went up there. I went, hey, you guys forgot to put the anchovies. Can you just give me a bunch of anchovies I could just put on top? It's like, we don't have anchovies here. I'm like, and you call yourself a pizza house?
And thus, Vinnie, the old Italian man, was fully formed that day.
I was like 14. I'm like,
I know.
How do you call yourself the Hut of pizza?
You can't have Pizza the Hut.
I'm like sitting there going, there's no anchovies. Now I learned not many people do that.
No, they don't. They don't like it.
Somewhere, Chicago might do it. Yeah.
But what's interesting to me is that you have a huge Italian American community where you're from. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised that it wasn't more of an uproar or an outrage that you could not get the anchovies at Pizza Hut.
Well, I think the kids were just, like it was just a kid place to go. It wasn't like
the grown-ups are like, we're not eating.
Yeah, my grandmother never walked in there. It's like she's just, and then I just went back to eating her pizza again, which was freaking delicious.
Yeah, I bet.
So, folks, if you want to have that kind of sauce that my grandmother used to make, but without the anchovies, go get the puta. But if you want the one that I love,
the hooker sauce.
The hooker sauce, that's what it's called. It's the horse pasta.
Yeah, it is.
Right? The puta. So the two I love, if you want to try my favorites, is the arrabbiata, which is a little spicy. And I also like the pink crema. Those are my two favorites. Sorry, those are the ones I love.
I cooked up sausage. We got sausage from our local butcher, and he said, try this. It's goat sausage. And I was like, okay, I don't know. I'm not a weird meat eater, you know? And he's like, just try it. Just trust me. I was like, okay. So I love my guy. He gets these goats, the cows, the sheep, everything that he has never leaves Santa Barbara County. It doesn't leave this neighborhood, right? It's all from local. So I got the sausage. I got the pink crema. I only had onions, mushrooms, and fresh basil in the fridge because we were trying to cook up everything before we left for Sonoma.
Mm-hmm.
So I cook all the vegetables. I heat up the pink crema sauce, and we grill the goat sausage. And by the way, it was delicious. I never. If you hadn't told me it was goat, I would have assumed it was just regular.
No, I love goat. Goat is good. Yeah.
I've only ever had goat in like a curry. I like a curry, and I like birria, which is the braised goat. They sometimes put in tacos, but I ate it plain. But anyway, I put the pink crema on, and it had been a while since I had the pink crema, and I lost my mind. I lost my mind. It was so good with grilled sausage and vegetables. It was so good.
And
I forget how good my own shit is because I'm so busy just doing the business stuff that I don't enjoy that I made these. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
do you sit and enjoy your stuff, or somebody has to hit you like, oh my God, my coffee's good. I did good.
Yeah, every now and again, I'll make I'll pull out the Chemex and just do a proper of one of my coffees. And I'll go, oh my God. And I go,
your shit is so good.
I shouldn't feel this way because it's my product. I know,
but like if you don't love it, who's going to love it, as much as you love it? But I forget because, you just get so busy doing BS constantly that you forget that at the heart of it are really, really yummy, good quality products.
Folks, if you really want to take it overboard with Anna's pink crema, right at the end, take a really good, not crappy stuff. You got to go to the store and get the really good Parmigiana and just grate a little Parmigiana on top.
That is so extra.
See, people don't know. They just don't know.
I love it. I appreciate it.
They just don't know. Yeah. Anyway, go check out everything at Eat Happy Kitchen. That might be the longest ad we ever did. We just got into.
We were just talking about food. You can tell. Well, it's dinner time here.
About food. I mean, it's just what it is.
So that's it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll prepare wing recipes for football season. We'll have to get 2 ahead over the next couple weeks.
But Anna, we could do that next week if you want. Okay. We could get 2 ahead. Here's the thing. Don't just come up with the wing recipe. I need you to come up because what I do is I take the creme fraiche, I add cayenne, salt, and the dill.
Oh, yeah, you're talking about the ranch that you do?
Yeah, I call it a spicy ranch. Mm-hmm. Now listen, folks, don't add the salt until you check it out because Anna's thing is enough salt for most people. I like things extra salty. I'm weird. So I add a pinch of salt, ba-boom. I do it just a little hit of the Baja salt or the Maldon's, ba-boom. And then I put a lot of cayenne. And then I mix it in there, and it makes, even with the Frank's Red Hot on there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Even though I'm Italian, I grew up in Cajun country. So if I'm going to do it up, I'm going to do it up.
Yeah.
But we need some other ideas, maybe a Roquefort, maybe. Can you make a clean Roquefort?
Yeah, it's a recipe in my second cookbook.
Yeah. So we could do a Roquefort. We could do like a ranch and what have you.
I love a wing variety.
Yeah,
a
because
flight of wings.
A flight of wings. And you want to dredge it through the different sauces.
Yeah.
Right? If you're going to get your hands dirty, you might as well enjoy.
Agreed.
My grandmother always said. All right. Go check out everything Anna Vocino's doing. Rate and review this podcast. Also, sign up for the VIP, VinnieTortorich.com/VIP. We're going to open it up at some point coming up.
That's a big deal.
And you're going to want to be in the VIP because then you could get all 3 of the workouts that I'm putting out. They'll be free on the VIP for those people. If you're not in the VIP, they're going to be $40 or $50 a workout, or all 3 for like $100, $120. You want to save that money. I'm teaching you guys how to fuck me over. Go and do what I just said. Join up on the VIP. So
are you capping that? Or are you going to like only open it for a limited time, or like, are you capping it at a certain number of people?
Usually
like...
I'll tell people how long it's going to be open. Okay. So when we open it, we're going to go, it's open, and it's going to be open for, 5 days, 7 days until midnight, blah, blah, blah. And we send out to everyone who was on the list, we send out a few emails. It's open around the middle. Hey, we notice you haven't signed up yet.
Right.
It's open. And right before it shuts down the last day, this is your last chance. And then after that, as you know, Anna, I don't mess around. That thing has not been open for like almost a year.
Yep.
Almost a year. So if you don't get in and you miss out, I'm sorry. You never know when I'm going to open it. I only open it when you guys can get something really cool for free. And that's the way I do it.
That's great.
I'm trying to make this as affordable as possible to everyone.
How much does it cost?
VIP, I think $24.95 a month. And with that, you get me live twice a month. We're doing one on Friday. Friday night at 7 o'clock. This Friday, we're recording this on the 14th. Tomorrow night, on the 15th of August, we're having a VIP. People love it. They come in. You can ask me anything you want. It's like a consult where you don't spend $200. You spend $25 a month, and you get all of the support from the VIP group. You get all of the free stuff. The new, what do we call it? The NSNG ebook is in there. It's all free in the VIP group. So VinnieTortorich.com/VIP, Amazon, blah, 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 blah. On behalf of Anna Vocino, my name is Vinnie Tortorich. Put life into living and do it with just a little bit more of Mr. Joe Walsh.